Good day, viewers. It's another edition of Bystanders at Newsstands, and right now we are at Ikeja at a newsstand trying to review what we have on the front page of Vanguard newspaper. Okay, let's quickly check out what we have on the front page of this journal. The major headline, which reads Insurgency, depressed soldier shoots 7, kills self. On insurgency, depressed soldier shoots 7, kills self. 4 dead, 3 others critically injured. 4 dead, 3 others critically injured. We are investigating circumstances that led to incident, says Army. Says 5 soldiers were shot with 2 deaths. ISWAP attacks Chibok village, abducts head of civilian JTF. Others, ISWAP, that's the Islamic West African Province, attacks Chibok village, abducts head of civilian JTF. Others, Buhari asks military to deal mercilessly with ISWAP terrorists. Buhari asked military to deal mercilessly with ISWAP terrorists. Tension in Benue as herdsmen take over communities in 4 local government areas. Okay, on top of the paper we have a story here on Bayelsa. Bayelsa, no force on earth can reverse our verdict, says Supreme Court. No force on earth can reverse our verdict, says Supreme Court. GDP growth rates still largely low. GDP growth rate still largely low, says MAN. Other stories here. Edo 2020, security agencies worry over spate of violence. Security agencies worry over spate of violence. Catholic bishops decry federal government's failure to deal with terrorists. Catholic bishops decry federal government's failure to deal with terrorists. No subsidy from federal government since privatization, says Discourse. No subsidy from federal government since privatization, says Discourse. And the last story here, UCH medical consultants down tools over mandatory PhD certificate. All right, let's quickly look at this picture. Was a picture illustrating Catholic faithful during a prayer procession against insecurity and other problems facing the country in Enugu State yesterday. All right, these are the stories we have on the front page of the Vanguard newspaper. Let's quickly move to our reviewers for more opinions. I'll be right back.
And actually, according to the Supreme Court, yes, the APC was declared winner by Bayelsa State, INEC. Okay, fine. Then the PDP table, they are proved that they were not satisfied on the declaration of APC. Okay, fine. Then the only court that can qualify someone that got the election is Supreme Court. And then the Supreme Court declared PDP winner. But to the judgment of yesterday, to me and to my own understanding, I know that yes, the Supreme Court has done well. They has done well. By what? By pronouncing a winner and the PDP winner. Okay, fine. Then by APC coming back by the lawyers that they just want to what? To do judgment. The review of the judgment. To me, I blamed them, and I also blamed the lawyer, because in our country, according to the Constitution, it's only the Supreme Court that has the right to announce the winner.
The final
judgment is the only Supreme Court that has the right. Okay, when after declaring the final judgment, why are they still coming back? Meaning that they are fighting the government. So what the Supreme Court did was okay. Yeah.
Now let's quickly move down to the spate of killings in Nigeria. We've had a situation whereby the northeast, where some properties, many properties, not even some properties, were destroyed. Also coming to the eastern part of the country, security threats. The western part also experiencing this. What do you have to say concerning it?
Actually, the killing of Nigeria, in the northern part, we thank God our armies are trying. They are trying their best. But what I want the federal government to do is to just, you should resign those officers there. You should resign them and elect another ones. Because all those officers, some of them are part of Boko Haram. They are part of Boko Haram. After this discussion, they will give the direction where they will camp. So then before you know, those people that are putting at the front, then will be the one that they will kill. Why? Because someone has been there, already been there, giving them the what? The information that this is when we are coming, this is where we are coming to, and this is the time that we are moving. So they will be set, waiting for those that are coming. This is the problem of this country. The chief of army staff and the others should resign. Yes, that is.
But it seems the president is adamant on this issue.
Actually, I can't say the president is adamant. He might be talking, but there are people. I don't even see any blame on the president or the people that are working with the president. They are the problem that we have now, like a shift of chief of. Chief of staff is the one of the problem in this country. Are you getting me? The problem is not the president. It's a problem of this country. The president is not a problem. The man, President Buhari, is trying his own work. He's trying his best. The people that are around him and the people that is bringing the country down because of their selfishness, interest.
All right, thank you so much. What's your name, sir?
My name is Prince Abraham.
Prince Abraham.
Yes.
You're welcome, sir.
Thank you, sir.
And verdict given by the Supreme Court is what is really causing a lot of problems. Yeah, that's the latest news. Now, don't you think it is a good step in the right direction? That's the verdict made by the Supreme Court.
Oh yes, I think it met my expectations with some people.
Okay.
Why? Because Bayelsa is a sort of restless state.
Wow.
So to say, restless in quote. So therefore, when APC won the election, there was uproar by the opposition party. And now they went to, and they started their game early by taking the deputy governor to court to beat the time limit. That they were not set too bad in the taking to court. And so therefore, after the election, the Court of Appeal said the man should run. Later, because I followed the story, later after the election, they can continue the process. And so the opposition party took them to finally to Supreme Court, and the rest is history.
But it seems the chairman of the APC is not really happy with this. You know, before the Diri was sworn in, Oshalom made a statement saying that over his dead body that there won't be governor in Bayelsa, and the next day
this will not stand the judgment. I think the Supreme Court got it right by saying that that's the highest court in the land, and that all their judgments stand till the ages. I love that language the Justice Nwata used yesterday. Throughout the ages. And I think they have override what Shomole said. Shomole is not a learned friend, I'm so to say.
Wow.
So that is it. So I think the Supreme Court got it right by saying that people should not file frivolous papers after they have affirmed a judgment, except by topographical error or something like that, a misspell or something.
Now, let's quickly move down to the spate of killings in Nigeria.
Yes.
Banditry, terrorism, and all sorts of names given to
so many
things given to insurgencies in this country. Now, what do you think should be at the back of the mind of the president right now?
For me if I be following this insurgency, killing, bandit, whatever name this regime, because Buhari government is called regime, according to Punch in quote, gave in the editorial. So the better name, I think this thing it opted UPED during this president administration. We have not had it so bad in this insurgency. During the last regime, Jonathan PDP, it was not as high as this, so to speak. I think what contributed to it, I may say, is poverty. Because I remember the Emma of Kano saying some few weeks ago that the percent of 87% World Bank of poverty in the country is in the north. And a hungry person. I think whatever government achieve, I used to say it's my belief, is that the economic aspect should be the first priority. And so by neglecting that area, even 10 trillion soldiers or policemen cannot stop it. Except they look into the area of poverty, empowering people. And empowerment also includes education, educating people. Because why the South is somehow restful is because so many people are educated. And we are more blessed in the South because the entrepreneurship, education, and the good environment, so to say, secured environment. So many people are now pulling to the South because it's safer somehow than the North. So without economy, I think the government is doing all whatever they have said they have achieved. We count as zero. Regarded as zero. So economy is the life wire of every nation, of any nation.
Now rate this present administration in terms of developmental strides.
Yes.
Can you rate it?
I think they have tried. They have tried. There's no doubt. We have seen some of what they use the money to do, like this rail line. They said they are doing rail line to Kano or Kaduna or somewhere. I don't know. I don't know when they will finish it. But it's good. And the second Niger bridge, Kano, Abuja dualization, and those three major. So I think they have tried in that area. But the area they have not tried is this economic area. They have tried in some areas. There's no doubt. Give it to them. But
a lot of security.
Yes, except security and economy. Yes, they have tried. I think I will give them about 60% in the area of infrastructure. Lagos-Ibadan Expressway, Benin Shagamu expansion. But I think they have tried. Yes.
Thank you so much for your contribution, sir.
Thank you.
Always good to have you, sir. All right.
God bless you.
During Bayelsa election, it was first declared by INEC that APC won it. At the end of the day, the reverse was the case, as Supreme Court later, declared PDP the winner. Now, the Supreme Court is saying no force on earth can reverse their verdict. The APC have been clamoring for a review of the verdict made by the Supreme Court. Now, what's your view concerning this?
Well, looking at things, you understand, from the legal point of view, the Supreme Court is the apex court as far as Nigerian structure is concerned. So if they felt, after the minus and plus, and they felt that PDP deserved the winning, so be it. Except if APC felt that the review is not even possible, because this is a Supreme Court's judgment. What are they going to review? If they are going to review all the verdicts that have been passed right from 1999 to date, should also be reviewed. So that is my position.
Now, it seems the Supreme Court's verdict supersedes any other judgment.
Of course, Supreme Court is the apex court as far as Nigerian structure is concerned.
But what of in the case of Imo State, we are here is asking Supreme Court to review the case again?
Well, that is their own personal opinion. Everybody is second to his own opinion, but the opinion of the Supreme Court supersedes every other person's. As an individual, as a person, as a country, we must respect the rule of law, which gave birth to the Supreme Court as the interpreters of law and others.
Now let's quickly move down to insurgency in Nigeria. You have a very sad story here. Depressed soldier shoots 7, kills self. This is frustrating. I still have Buhari asked military to deal mercilessly with ISWAP, that's terrorists that are now causing menace in the northern part of the region. Now, let's quickly review this administration in terms of security? Do you think they've done enough?
Well, as a citizen of Nigeria that I am not a security technocrat, so I cannot speak on the security. I think the best people to speak on security are the chief of staffs, military, air force, navy, and police, respectively.
But have they been speaking through their position? Do you think they've done well? Even the security staff you talked about, Nigerians are not really succumbing or wanting them on that seat again. They've told the president to sack them.
Well, why one or two, even the Senate, I think they raised the issue the other day that the sitting chiefs should go. Well, maybe they are trying to look at it from the civil servant point of view, that anybody that have stayed for 35 years. But well, beauty of democracy, the president have his say. I think the president is the number one. So we have entrusted him by voting him. So he should take the best decision. So that is my opinion.
You mean the president's opinion supersedes every other opinions?
Provided his opinion did not go against the jurisdictions of Nigeria. Supersede. Provided his opinion is within the etiquette of law. Fine. Because that's why we have the senators there. The senators are there. The reps are also there. So to checkmate the president. So we voted him, so he knows what is best for Nigeria. May God lead him to the right path. That is all. I'm Abu Ibrahim.
Thank you so much.
The Supreme Court has made their verdict, and so be it. But the verdict made in Supreme Court should also be looked vice versa, and also should check that of IMO if it was reviewed. But if the verdict is on a good platform and they have all what it takes to make their verdict and it's been correct, good and fine. But that of Imo State, you can see some imbalances where the fourth person being the governor, where the International Court of Justice said it's a disgrace to them, which they told them to review. So if the Supreme Court for the first time can review a case which has never happened in Nigeria, that is to tell you that no one is above mistakes. So they are human. So Supreme Court are bound to make mistakes. So if they can review that of Imo, and if they want to review that of Bayelsa, and they believe that their judgment is superb and it has a good platform, so be it. So every judgment can be reviewed. Every judgment can be reviewed. So that's just it.
What can you say about Oshomole? Shouting, making noise about the verdict being made by Supreme Court?
We are in Nigeria is always playing partisan anyway. So everybody's fighting for his own interest. Oshomole making noise. He's making noise for his own interest. So he has a seat. He's the chairperson. So under his office or in his office, he doesn't want to lose any state. So he's bound to make noise. He's bound to make noise. So because when you come to the party, as APC might be, these are one of the counter check or counterbalance against him and against his position. So he's bound to make noise.
Now, what can you say about the outrageous killings in Nigeria? It's been coming so much.
Yeah, this is to tell you that Nigeria is not united. That's just it. Nigeria is like a country suffering from HIV. So you see someone suffering from HIV having pneumonia, cough, catarrh, hepatitis, and every other thing. So it has to be diagnosed totally and know the source. But Nigerian government, they are fighting Nigeria at the secondary level, at the peripheral. So let them go down and see what the problem is. I can't see a Yoruba man and call him my brother. Neither will a Yoruba man see me and call me his brother. I can't see an Hausa man and call him my own brother. So it's the problem has been from 1914 of the amalgamation. So let them look into it. If it warrants restructuring, let them restructure. If it warrants them looking into the country system, whereby things will be normalized. If it's to decentralize the power, fine. If it's for regional government, fine. So whatever that will make the country, because the former president said he's seen revolution. And you can see the case of Shore and the rest. So it's smelling, it's foaming. And our adage here, they will say there's no smoke without fire. So the smoke has been revolving and we can be seeing it. The northern side is not safe. You can't tell me to go to the north now and stay. The military also, they are trying, but you can see the problems they are having one way or the other. So it's the smoke is everywhere. So it's high time they look into the issue.
Now, what's your take on the president's refusal to sack the service chiefs?
Well, everybody in Nigeria, one thing I know in Nigeria is a country of interest. Understand? Patriotism has been low, to say. Patriotism has been low. Back then, in our founding fathers, you see the patriotism. But now, everybody is fighting for his own personal interests. So if the president doesn't want to sack the service chief, he knows the reason on his own personal interest. And to see, and maybe for not sacking the service chief, maybe he has a good reason. You understand? So we can't say, except you ask him and he says the reason why he doesn't want to sack the service chief. But when you look at the situation of the country, it's pathetic. It's pathetic. No one can even travel to go to another region without fear and trembling. So
the roads are not safe.
The roads are not safe. The last time they were being rumored that the Fulani headsmen or Boko Haram are on the road and Benin Expressway, killing people. Even people that wants to travel, we have to slow down. If you want to travel on air, problem. What's it called? Is it FAN or NEMA? They said that they were diverting flights to nearby country, Ghana, Benin Republic. But the recent information that they've done it well, the air is not safe. The road is not safe, even the country is not safe, insecurity everywhere, so we're in God's hands. So it's beyond what prayer can do. It's now what was the decision between every Nigerian. And I believe the president, which is Muhammadu Buhari, he's a man of decision. So I believe he has the power, he has the charisma. He has everything it takes to do what should make Nigeria better. But the country has always been of interest.
All right, thank you so much.
Of interest. Well, I'm Shagoni by name.
Shagoni, Yoruba. All right, at this junction, we'll wrap it up on today's edition of Bystanders at Newsstands on Flip TV. Do join us next time as we bring you another interesting topic from the newsstands. Of course, you know Michael Adekunle is my name. The man behind the camera on Flip is Festus Oluwabukumi. In the studio by Michelle Lau and other editors keeping it real on this platform. And don't forget to subscribe to our sister channel talking about Flip TV Plus. Flip TV Plus is another good channel of Flip TV. All right, till I join you next time on this same platform, this same channel. Keep having a good day, viewers. Bye. Bye.